Today we're getting into the latest Tesla news, including Tesla battery updates, Giga Texas ramping, intense Cybertruck testing, and more, so let's get into it. First up today, Tesla has released a new video saying a Model S Plaid track package is coming soon. When Tesla first announced the Model S Plaid, they promised a top speed of 200 miles per hour, and that's been on their website ever since. When it was first delivered though, its top speed was actually 163 miles per hour. In November of 2021, Tesla started offering a carbon ceramic kit for $20,000 that was supposed to enable the Plaid to actually get that top speed, but as of March of this year, they haven't really been installing them. Then Sebastian Vettel, a race car driver that has collaborated with Tesla before, released a video where he did a few test laps in a Model S Plaid that had this ceramic brake kit upgrade. We thought that would mean that Tesla would start shipping that kit to anyone, but instead they've now updated the kit in their online shop to an all-new track package that includes a set of new wheels and tires. With this change, Tesla has officially confirmed this upgrade will unlock that 200 mile per hour top speed. While the previous carbon ceramic brake kit product listing made no mention of the top speed, this new listing says, designed for the ultimate track experience, the Model S Plaid track package delivers high-speed stability, maximum cornering force, and repeatable stopping power during high-performance driving while unlocking a top speed of 200 miles per hour. They also say it'll be available next month, and you can purchase it within the Tesla app. From what I can tell, it looks like in the year and a half that this package has been unavailable, Tesla has figured out that they need to make more changes to the Plaid than they had anticipated in order to get it that promised top speed in a safe way. The previous package was just a brake kit and consisted of carbon silicon carbide rotors, one-piece forged calipers with high-performance pads, track-ready brake fluid, and a few more things. This new one has all of that and adds a 20-inch 0G wheel package with Goodyear Supercar 3R tires. They're also offering the wheel and tire package separately for $8,220. Those are also available in June and can be purchased through the app. Tesla has already given access to this package to several YouTubers in Europe who have been able to review it. In this review, you can see it exceeding 200 miles per hour at 330 kilometers per hour, which should be about 205 miles per hour. The overall consensus from these reviews is that the brake kit is absolutely incredible, but you can tell at those high speeds that the suspension of the car and the interior aren't necessarily meant for the track. I'll forgive a little wiggle in my seats though, because this is, after all, a family sedan going 200 miles per hour. Next up today, Tesla has achieved their goal of manufacturing 5,000 Model Ys per week at Giga Texas. They hit 4,000 Model Ys per week in early April, but 5,000 was the original goal for volume production at that plant, meaning they've now reached their production capacity that they previously set. They had been in a friendly competition with Giga Berlin, where they were also aiming to get 5,000 a week, and they reached that goal in March. Now that Giga Texas has caught up, they posted a short video to celebrate with workers gathering outside the Giga Texas factory. The reason Giga Texas took a little longer to reach that goal is that, unlike Giga Berlin, they're developing the process to produce Model Ys with 4680 cells and structural battery packs. It's unclear at this point what portion of those production numbers are these new 4680 Model Ys, but ramping production could mean they're successfully ramping that technology. A good indicator here is the fact that the 4680 standard range Model Y is now available to configure on Tesla's website. For the longest time, this wasn't the case, and it was only available in small numbers through inventory. Those 4680 cells were first unveiled back at Tesla's Battery Day event in 2020. They claimed this new cell design would eventually increase battery longevity, as well as power and vehicle range, but that hasn't been achieved in the Model Ys made with these packs yet. Right now, they actually have a little less range than their other configurations, but that's a sacrifice Tesla made willingly. In response to criticisms about this reduced range, Tesla has said, "We've designed Model Y all-wheel drive to have an attractive combination of range, performance, and price that will be the best fit for many customers and will make Model Y accessible to more customers, furthering our mission." Regarding those 4680 cells, Tesla is reportedly moving forward with the expansion of their Cater Road facility where they're being developed. New filings spotted by Tesla Rati show that they are expanding their materials lab location, a location that has been undergoing modifications since 2021. The most recent filings came in early and late April, and it makes sense given the success of their 4680 pilot plant in particular. While Tesla plans for 4680 lines at their Giga Texas factory and Giga Berlin factory long term, the place they've been working on this technology the most is their Fremont Cato Road facility. It looks like they're succeeding and will keep expanding as they aim to produce 1.8 million cars in total this year. One big question still remains: will Tesla use 4680 cells in the Cybertruck to start? While this was the initial plan, we now have another indication that this may be put on hold. Tesla is expanding 4680 development, but they're well aware of the massive need they have for battery cells in the coming years, and that it's something they can't supply themselves entirely. For that reason, they are still very much working with suppliers, and Panasonic has been working on their own 4680 cells. In June, we heard that Tesla had received samples of 4680 cells from Panasonic. Quote, Panasonic Holdings Corp., which makes batteries for Tesla, said on Wednesday it has shipped samples of its more powerful 4680 format electric car battery to the U.S. electric vehicle maker as it prepares for a surge in North American power pack production. At the time, they also said that a pilot plant would be operational and scaled by May. Well, it's May, and we've now heard that Panasonic is heavily delayed here. They are delaying volume production of the 4680 battery in order to introduce performance improvement measures. Quote, mass production rescheduled to begin during the first half of the fiscal year ending in March 2025 to introduce performance improvement measures that will further enhance competitiveness. So it's looking like volume production will now happen around a year from now, between April and September of 2024. This is an interesting development because it means a few things. First, Panasonic will not be able to help with initial Cybertruck production if Tesla is going forward with 4680 cells. So Tesla will be bound to their own cell capacity, which is now going into the base model of the Model Y in the US. That leads me to think that the Cybertruck may initially ship with 2170 cells, similar to the shift that they had to make with the Giga Texas Model Y. Tesla originally planned to make that car exclusively with 4680 cells in Texas and Berlin. Now they make the 2170 Model Y in both factories, and the 4680 Model Y is only made in Texas for the time being. Tesla just hit that 5,000 Model Ys in a week milestone there, and this likely wouldn't have been possible if not for their shift to using their established 2170 batteries, as well as 4680s. This has all been due to constraints on 4680 cells, which are brand new to Tesla. At the same time, this could lead to Tesla's best range cars coming in a year or so. Panasonic's 4680 cells have previously been reported to bring a range increase of 15%. So if Panasonic brings these fully to production next year, we could see Tesla introduce a 465-mile Model S utilizing these cells. For the Model Y, it could near 400 miles of range. Today's top range is 330 miles, so with a 15% increase, that would be 380 miles of EPA range. It would be part of what Panasonic is aiming for to compete, and that longer range would be a huge draw for many customers buying a Tesla. A 15% increase across Tesla's entire lineup, once they could shift to these cells, could put a very noticeable range advantage over their competitors, making it a no-brainer to get a Tesla. I would love to see them finally introduce the Plaid Plus Model S they announced years ago, introduce a Model Y Pro, or truly deliver a 500-plus mile range Cybertruck. While Panasonic is delayed here, the competitiveness they're aiming for could be great in the long term. However, this is Tesla. While a 15% improvement theoretically would increase today's range by that much, once Panasonic scales their own cells, that likely won't be Tesla's approach. Instead, they'll probably make this battery pack 15% smaller so that the range increase cancels out and matches that of their other battery cell types. In turn, the battery pack is cheaper, the range remains the same, and efficiency can theoretically improve as well. The 330-mile range of the long-range Model Y is plenty for many customers and more than enough for the typical driver, and Tesla always is aiming for the average. Regardless of how many people want more range, Tesla hasn't made that a priority yet. In 2022, Elon Musk said, quote, "We could have made a 600-mile Model S 12 months ago, but that would have made the product worse in my opinion, as 99.9% of the time you'd be carrying unneeded battery mass, which makes acceleration, handling, and efficiency worse. Even our 400-plus mile range car is more than almost anyone will use. For that reason, we may never see this improvement in 4680 cells on the consumer side unless we're paying close attention, at least not for a long time." Lately, though, we have been seeing Tesla lowering prices, offering various incentives and more. So come a year from now, they may find themselves needing to introduce a longer range option to satisfy customers with that need. They've talked about delivering very long ranges for a long time, and battery scaling and density improvements like this could be what finally bring that to fruition. Next up today, we caught the Cybertruck getting cyber stuck in a field in rural Texas, which doesn't look super good for this rugged all-wheel drive monster. This truck's off-roading capabilities have been talked about since it was announced, and Elon Musk even hinted that they were aiming to enter it in the Baja 1000, which is a Mexican off-road race. This is the same prototype that we saw at the groundbreaking ceremony for Tesla's new lithium refinery facility outside Corpus Christi, and you can see the tool rack on the back. What you can also see is a bunch of seemingly Tesla employees standing on the side of the road looking somewhat confused. Of course, that's speculation, but even if there is a problem with this prototype that caused it to break down, that doesn't necessarily mean issues for upcoming production models. All of the Cybertrucks we've seen on the road are prototypes that Tesla is learning from. This also could have simply gotten stuck in the mud by pushing it too hard. It may not be a reflection of the Cybertruck's capabilities, but of a driver getting a bit too comfortable with it. You also have to test the limits to truly know where they are, so while it's funny that this is spotted, it likely doesn't mean much. At the same time though, this truck didn't have the right tires for the job. The Cybertruck still has plenty to prove, but I don't think this sighting proves much of anything, besides it being another funny image of the Cybertruck in a failed position, much like the window brake. This was the same truck from the lithium refinery event, and we have a few more photos of it prior to getting stuck in the mud. That tool rack is definitely something many are going to want after seeing it in the wild, and it shows just how powerful Tesla showing people the smallest piece of a future product is. Next up today, there's an upcoming semi-truck competition later this year that should be good news for Tesla, and those wanting to find out more about the Semi. Run on Less is a demonstration that showcases advancements in freight efficiency, and their electric division is aiming to do that with electric semis, for which there is relatively little data. What we do know about these trucks is reported by people making them, so this will be new, unbiased data. At the Tesla Semi delivery event last December, Tesla showed a video of them doing an 8-hour run between Fremont and a PepsiCo bottling plant in San Diego. They said it started at 97% battery and towed just under 82,000 pounds for the 500-mile journey, ending at 4% battery. They also say on their Semi website that it uses less than 2 kilowatt hours of energy per mile. They haven't shared much else though. This truck has already been delivered to PepsiCo, but data regarding its efficiency hasn't been thoroughly tested by third-party groups or been widely available to the public. So PepsiCo will reportedly be entering at least one of its Tesla Semis at the upcoming Run on Less event, which will involve a stress test. One of PepsiCo's sustainability and technology directors of fleet said, "We're really excited to participate in the run and allow the industry to have access to the insights and the learnings that we are getting from experiencing these vehicles. We're going to run them hard." At the event, it'll be towing its maximum payload capacity for a round trip of up to 500 miles. If that maximum capacity is around 82,000 pounds, this will be a good opportunity to compare results with what Tesla reports. If Tesla's results match up with what they find at this event, it'll be great news for Tesla and should instill confidence in buyers who are in the market for an electric Semi. After the event, the independent performance data that Run on Less gathers will be posted on their website and will be publicly available for anyone to compare real-world efficiency and performance across vehicles. The executive director of the North American Council for Freight Efficiency thinks the Tesla Semi will get a lot of attention from trucking companies and fleet managers at the event. He said, "Getting Tesla into this is a big deal. Other trucking brands have entered their electric trucks into the event in the past, like Freightliner, Volvo, and Nikola. The truck's performances will be monitored in real-world conditions across California and New York, and the Freight Efficiency Council has said the Tesla Semi will operate out of Sacramento, California. Once this event has concluded, I'll be sure to recap how the Tesla Semi did. That event is scheduled for September, and it'll be an important step for Tesla and many other electric Semi makers." Last up today, some updates from other automakers. The Kia EV9 has been spotted testing in Southern California, and it reportedly looks even bigger in person. This SUV was unveiled back in March and is expected to go on sale in the US in the fourth quarter of this year. It's their second new EV after the EV6, and it will be dual motor, come with up to 379 horsepower, available all-wheel drive, and a towing capacity of up to 5,000 pounds. As for its size, it's up to 197.4 inches long, 77.9 inches wide, and 70.1 inches tall, making it about the same size as a Kia Telluride. One cool feature they're offering is available Star Map LED daytime running lights, which create a customizable animated lighting pattern. Prices will be revealed closer to launch, but this SUV will probably be around $55,000 to $60,000 in its price range. Toyota has released their year-end financial results as a new CEO is taking over. Their previous CEO was the grandson of the company's founder, so many believe their new CEO would bring a fresh perspective, and it looks like they are correct. They announced they'll be investing more in EV technology, and they're now planning for 10 new battery electric vehicles and 1.5 million EV sales annually by 2026. That'll also include a new dedicated EV platform. They specifically say their upcoming EVs will be built on 3 platforms: the body and chassis, the electronic platform, and the software platform. They will all be renewed as we aim to achieve mobility by way of a new vehicle packaging with a rational structure that is unique to BEVs. The first next-gen EVs that we expect to see revealed in 2026 look to be a little sportier than the BZ4X and have enhanced aerodynamics. This is good news for Toyota because they've fallen pretty far behind other legacy automakers when it comes to making the switch to electric. Over at Fisker, they've hit a huge milestone by delivering their first Ocean SUV SUV to a customer in Denmark. Last month, we heard that this car was certified for Europe and that the Ocean One Launch Edition was ready for customer deliveries. This version of the car starts at $68,999 and will be limited to 5,000 units. Its dual motor offers 707 kilometers of range, and Fisker expects to deliver all 5,000 of these by the end of September, while moving on to Ocean Extreme deliveries. This is a milestone many never expected to happen, so it's great to see from Fisker. US deliveries have yet to be announced, so we'll be watching out for those, as well as the cheaper models, including their Ocean Sport, starting at $37,499. That's all the latest Tesla news for today, so in the meantime, if you want to see the details of Tesla's new lithium refinery, you can check out that video linked up here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.